Thank you for viewing the Deltek Time and Expense video. This video will demonstrate how to add a new year to an existing timesheet schedule. All users of Time and Expense must add a new year for their existing timesheet schedules. This is a simple process, but it can create significant problems if you do not complete it properly. Use the steps in this video to complete this process. Important note, the dates used in this video may reflect previous years. Please use the appropriate dates to reflect your upcoming next year. If you need further clarification or have questions after viewing this video, please call support services at 877-457-7765. If calling from outside of the United States, please refer to the list of phone numbers using the direct URL on the last slide of this webinar. Select Time and Expense, Time, Time Controls, and Timesheet Schedules. The word Manage has been removed from the application names starting Costpoint version 8. Click on Query and click the Find button. Select Weekly within the Timesheet Schedule search list. Click the Create Year link. The Create Year pop-up window will display. In the Year field, enter a unique year for this timesheet schedule. For example, 2024 for fiscal year 24. In the first end date field, click on the calendar lookup icon. A calendar will display. Select your first end date. For example, January 5th, 2024. Note the dates used in this portion of the demo are an example for a weekly schedule. If you have any questions about the proper end date for the schedule you are using, please call Deltek Support Services. In the Number of Periods field, enter the number of periods that you wish to use in this timesheet schedule year. Typically, 52 or 53 is entered for a weekly schedule. Select the Number of Days radio button to specify the number of days in each timesheet period. After selecting this radio button, enter the number of days in the field to the right. For example, 7 for a weekly schedule. Click the Calculate Last End Date button to calculate the last end date based on the provided first end date, number of periods, and interval. Review the date that displays in the last end date field to verify that this is the correct date. Note if the last end date is not correct, change the interval, number of periods, or first end date, and click Calculate Last End Date again until you achieve the desired result. If you are unable to create the timesheet schedule with the correct end date, click Cancel and call Deltek Support Services. Click the Create Period Rows button to create the periods, then click Close to populate the timesheet schedule table with the year information. The system will create the timesheet periods for the new year. The period column will start with 001 and increment by 1 for each period row. The system will calculate the start date and end date columns using the information you provided in the Create Year dialog box. By default, the Open checkbox will not be selected, while other checkboxes will be selected. Select the Open checkbox to open the timesheet periods and save. On-demand coverage, support when you need it most, brief short-term support, minimize operational downtime, custom reports and dashboards, server or solution upgrades, diagnosis and resolution priced to fit your budget. During year-end, call volume tends to spike. Avoid the rush and do as much preparation as possible now. If you're an authorized contact and have any questions, especially complex ones, call support services at 877-457-7765. Please have your unique contact ID handy. Authorized contacts with standardized plans must create a case online in the Deltek Support Center prior to calling in. If calling from outside the United States, please refer to the list of phone numbers using the direct URL on the slide. If you find yourself with a quick, simple question that can be answered within 10 minutes, use our Quick Chat feature. Quick Chat is perfect to use when you have a quick how-to or where do I find type of question. Another source of information is through your peers. Use the Deltek community to reach out to the other time and expense users and find out their solutions, experiences, and ideas for any questions you may have.